This is Rebecca, the steampunk planner and owner artist for RebzDoodlz. I want to touch on a few things. I have this amazing image that I'm having so much fun creating is going to be coming out next week. And today I just want to touch on a few things because I've been away for the most part in December. And we're now in the middle of December and next year is around the corner. So I have a few things to go over with you, but first thing is first, we have been decorating. Let me show you. So this is what we have so far. And if I show you below, we still have a lot of wrapping and decorating to do. Even up here in the loft, I have stuff to do, but I wanted to take a few minutes and just sit here with you and go over what I've gotten in. So we're back over here with Christmas and decorating and gifts and everything, trying to get work in there, as well as going to different art fairs, which has been wonderful. Let me grab. This is one of the places that we went to. Oh, that's the only, really? Oh, we did go visit Mona and got some, I have another watercolor set. Oh, I wonder what happened there. Interesting. Looks like I had an air bubble in there and it blooped. It's still usable. That's the great thing about watercolor. And then also Emily Posey and her artwork. We have had so much fun, and I apologize I don't have all of the cards here. I will do, after the holidays, I will bring out all of the cards and all of the makers because I also have a pin to review. And it is by a local artist here, and I would like to bring it to you in a special video. But right now, I have been talking with you about using my plotter books, which this is where it started, along with this one. And I tried using it in here, and it was really, really becoming frustrating. I did order a second bundle of dailies in here. So in doing that, honestly, I did that so that I can use the November, December aspect of this planner to see if I will use it, period. And I'm loving using it, especially since, yes, I'm using it for work. As I explained before, that's what I had put in here. But what I wasn't sure about is how I felt about rings, and when I have days that I'm actually not in here, I can actually remove these. Now, it just so happened that the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and it looks like the 7th, are the days that I wasn't doing a whole lot of work in my office, so I don't have any notes on it. But I have the 8th, the 9th, and 10th, all of those are going. What's going to happen is, for work, any of the days that I do not fill out, and it's a back and front that I don't fill out, I can remove those, and the stress of not filling them in will not be in my face. That is an opportunity if you're interested in possibly going rings-wise and controlling what exactly that it is that you are seeing so that you don't feel stressed out when you're not filling in an area. So that's what I've learned with this. So today is the 12th, and I will start working in there. I did not finish my notes yesterday. I will get them done. Apologize for my nails. I bring that up because these are going to be shown in this, and it is embedded from my gloves, and it's going to take me a while to get that removed. So I want to get this done before I get caught up into something else. I do want to show you, I have all of January in here as of right now. And I do have it portioned off to start the weeklies. So I will probably get into that and do that setup. And then Steve and I are going to be sitting down today to go over monthly and to plan out for the new year in its respects. So once I have that set up, I will probably try to get that in like the first week of January, what I have done and everything. I know a lot of people want to prepare prior. I don't want to commit to before January. I would love to get this in before January, and I might be able to. But just in case, I will definitely make sure that all of my setup is going to be done within the first week of January so that it's out, just so that you guys have a reference. By the way, I did review this cover. I purchased it off of Etsy, and that review is in my history. I will definitely make sure to put another one below. And I'm thinking about ordering another different color. We'll see. This is still for my workout, and I did not order a secondary daily in here. So I still have my monthly, and I still only have January 1st set up in here, or the month of January set up in here. So I haven't started with this one yet. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with this because I will still use it. I am getting note paper from Sterling Ink to put in here for notes. And then what I'm planning on doing with that is leaving this for notes, for sketching, for drawing, and then for meetings. And then I'm going to put them in with the rest of the year as it goes by so that it's all together and I know where that's coming from. So I want to talk on a few things here. And I'm pulling this out, but let me grab, I swear I've been up for a while, but man, I'm tired. Get a little bit of my mocha java from Happy People Coffee. Oh, Happy People Coffee has the most amazing coffee beans. They roast their own. That's a soapbox that I don't mind standing on. So this is Sterling Ink's December kit. And I didn't do it at the end of November, beginning of December, mainly because I was disappointed. And I hate to say that about other artists' work, but for Christmas, the last thing I'm thinking of is a carousel. Maybe that's me. Maybe that's something from Catherine's childhood that she loves and thought this would be a wonderful way to time to celebrate. But that just, the way this is looking, in my opinion, is this looks like a circus top, and this looks like a different country. And maybe, like I said, this is a memory from her childhood or something like that. I don't absolutely know. She doesn't do videos where she explains her art and where her ideas come from. But I'm going to go ahead and show this. Here is this one. I do like the dripping stars. I like the flowers that she has in here and the paperwork. And this is it with another background behind it, which it has nothing to do with the fact that I'm expecting to have Christmas colors. I'm not expecting Christmas colors, But if you're going to have it where it's based loosely or mostly around something like Christmas, where that is your motif, it's just weird having a circus theme for Christmas for me. I apologize. That is me. But yes, I'll get into this in a moment, but let me show you the rest. So I've already grabbed the December, which is in my folio that for work that I just showed you. Here's a little one. That's the freebie. There's a decal. There's the script. I used the print already. The business card, and that will show you most definitely. I don't know. Again, for me, that's me. You don't have to agree with me. You don't. If you don't agree with me, this is upsetting you, I apologize. I will say this is my favorite piece in this whole set. This is just gorgeous. So I'm in it on that one. I also like this tab. It's beautiful. So from there, and while I'm cleaning this up, just to let you know, we got a whole ton of snow. Now, granted, it's nothing like the Great Lakes and Canada and what they're dealing with, but we got about 3 inches dropped last night. So, yeah, it was fun shoveling the driveway this morning. So here is the small, and I've used some of those for also with the December. And these are the borders and corners. Now, I don't mind the snow globe. That's interesting, but this doesn't look like a snow globe. The carousel thing, yeah, it's cool as a gift, but I guess I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. It's just very, very confusing to me. Like I said, the snow globe is great. We've got the candle with some holly, but the rest is just really... I'm just going to lay these out so you guys can see them. Stop commenting on them because you've already figured out that I'm not quite impressed. Glad to have 2 of those. That one is definitely all of the tags and papers, the frames, tear-off sheets, stripes, stamps, and then the main page. And I can tell you right now that unfortunately over half of this is probably not going to be used and may wind up somewhere. So that's the sterling ink, and I'm not setting up my book right now. It's downstairs, and I really don't know if that's something I want to do. But before I get into this, I know you guys are waiting me for to get into this. I know that other people have already talked about this, but I wanted to share with you a little something. Mark Your Pages did a Tom's Studio Advent, and I think it was a 24-day Advent box. It was quite expensive and sold out lickety-split. I had not heard of Tom Studio's pens, and I wanted to, when I saw Mark talk about the Wren and the fact that he's the Lumos, I was like, I got to go inquire. So what this is, if you haven't seen it, and by all means, Mark Your Pages is the original person that I referenced from. There are many different pens, and they're actually very reasonably priced. The Pro Duo is, from what I could see, the most expensive one. And I think their packaging is cute. It's unique. It's interesting. So you can see everything that's on here. Now, with the Duo, you get 2 pens, hence Duo. And lots of tips. At some point, I will need to get replacement tubes, but your pen, this is the Lumos, this is the green, and you can, this says lift to reveal, but I did that with the Ren and it tore. So I would rather lift from here. So I'm going to grab this out. Again, packaging is great. And it's, from what I can see and feel, it's all biodegradable. But you know me, I hold on to boxes. Each of their pens come with a Tom Studio ink. What's great about this pen that I did not see with the Ren is it has the silicone tip. And that is so that when you want to pull your cap out to either replace the nib or to refill your ink cartridge, you can put this on just like that and unscrew it without getting the ink all over your hands. Now I have gone ahead and filled this. Let me get the silicone cap off. I'm going to turn this over so that you can see, hopefully, what's going on here. Let me zoom in. This is a 0.01 tip. And then the second half of this, which makes the Duo pen, I have the brush tip. These then can easily screw together. They do have a silicone bungee right here, which you can replace. And whichever tip that you're not using presently, you can screw the cap down, use the brush when you're not using the brush and you want to use the fine writing area. You can do that. Or if you are completely done for the day, you can put the whole thing back together. And now it's good for storage. You can get extra pieces to put here for decorativeness, but I want to try the pen before I go decorating the pen. So, comes with your warranty information for the company, along with the how the heck do I do this instructions. On the very, very back of the box, you do have the QR code to see how it works. And I am going to put this in here so that I don't lose all of these. And then the next thing I want to show you is this beautiful. And this is the Lumos full tip set. And let me get in close here. So this is the 01, and they all get larger. And then it started with the brush nib, and then we have, let's see, 01, 02, 03, 5, 8, and 1. And then we start with the brush, the chisel. That's what that is. Sorry, my head just went completely blank. And then they have a 0.3 and a 0.5, and then this is a BU. It's not the brush, but it looks almost like a small brush type of tip. And you can interchange these, use these, and if you get replaceable ink cartridge or ink, I'm not quite sure what they call them. And I'm going to open the Ren just because it's just easier to open the Ren. So with the Ren, here is where it unscrews. And this would be the whole nib holder, as well as the ink holder. And this is the cartridge. It's like a cotton cartridge. You stick this in upside down into the ink, and it will immediately suck the ink right in. And from what Mark says, he gets a couple weeks worth of use out of one absorption of that cotton. So I'm looking forward to trying it. I am only trying the Tom's ink in it right now. So with the Ren was established to give the users the opportunity to travel. So this is the Ren. And instead of the only screwing aspect is where with the nib. This, honestly, is a quick post. It does have two silicone bands, so that it will tightly, as you push down, it'll tightly hold. It's not coming out and it's not falling off. And it goes the same way. You heard that suction? That's how it closes. So it completely does seal airtight. But these were developed for people who were not really interested in fountain pens, but wanted something that they could put their own ink in. They love the inks that are out there. They're not really good for glitter inks, but you can do shimmer, gloss, or glow inks as long as it's not heavily shimmered or micaed. And mica is what creates the glitter. So these are really great, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity. I am so used to using fountain pens that these are kind of skinny for me. But so far, I am enjoying them. Let me see if I think I wrote with it yesterday. I know I wrote with it in my memory keeping. If I didn't yesterday, I'm going to do this now. I will say the larger the nib, okay, I did do a little bit of writing with it here, but let me move Archer and Olive off to the side because I don't write straight. Yeah, we all know this, Rebecca. Thank you very much for remembering. So let's get this in here and shot. Let me flip my snaps. And I'm just going to go ahead. This is the Ren. And this came with a 0.3, depending on the amount of pressure you use. It could even write up to a 0.5. But I'm used to fountain pen, so I don't press down really hard. So I'm going to just start with writing today. So just to let you know right now how I am using the Sterling ink pages, I am using the times down here to keep track of what I'm doing. And then I will do a to-do list, or for when I'm doing recordings like right now, I will do a time track if I have to add anything in or make note of anything, any pickups, any voiceover, anything like that. I'll make note over here. And then I will, if I don't have anything like that, I will make notes of what I have done that day or what I am using. So this has so far been really great for me, and I'm going to go ahead and put in recordings. And I really am enjoying the Ren. It is really nice to write with, even with it being short, which I was not expecting to enjoy in any way, shape, or form, because you've heard me talk about the fact that the Pilot Pereira was too small. I would never get the really small pens. So just letting you know, it is quite enjoyable to write with, and it's not cramping to the hand. So again, this is the 0.1. I said 0.01 earlier, but it is 0.1. 0.01 is much smaller. So I am going to, in this, we have talked about the plotter folios, Sterling Ink dailies, the Sterling Ink December. And this is just to give you an idea of how I would be using this. So I really, again, I'm loving how this is working. Let me quickly show you the brush. And let's see what we put up there. I'm going to put coffee. And that's the brush. So it's no different than the Fudanescu. I would say the brush tip is very much like the soft Fudanescu tip by Tombow. So my impression on this, I'm happy with it. These will probably be going with me in travel. I do still use my Niblet by Esterbrook, and this does have the De Atramentis Archive Black. Right now, the Noodlers Polar Black is what's in my Raven, because for some reason my Raven does not want to bring into it any of the De Atramentis. So I'm just going to stick with Noodlers on that pen. From here, let's get into Archer and Olive. Now, as I stated earlier, other people have gone ahead and posted because they got the early, they're ambassadors, so they received the early boxes. But I'm kind of curious because this box is going to tell me whether or not I am going to be continuing with Archer and Olive. Why do I say that? I said that in the last one. I have the subscription, but they just announced that they are listening to their patrons. I will tell you, Archer and Olive do put surveys out, which I commend them for wanting to go to their customers and finding out their opinions about the product. Now, again, the packaging, still very beautiful. I am not surprised on this, but a lot of the different things that they have talked about is in their upgrades, they're in this box. And a lot of the upgrades are in areas that I felt honestly needed to be gotten rid of instead of added to. And I understand why they're going into that area, and that is the sticker set. And I know they're doing this because they're trying to work into more of the planner industry outside of just the books and stamps. But in my thought process, if you're good at something, stay good at something. Really stay good at something. Don't add in other tchotchke stuff that takes away from what is good in your product. So let me pull this out. This is washi and journaling stickers, 4 sheets total, 2 of each design. And I can see that this is washi paper, not washi. So that's number one discrepancy. I don't mind the washi paper. I like the washi paper. This is washi. This is regular sticker paper. But I would never use these, especially if you're going to give me 2 of them. Guys, why not just do something unique with your journal books instead of trying to continue to be in the market with everybody else when there are so many people out there, including myself, that does stickers, that why not do something different? I mean, I'm trying to do something different, but anyway. This feels like it should be, I know with this being Christmas, they're trying to lean into Christmas vibes with the blues and the whites because of snow and things like that. But a lot of these colors for me lean because of the saturation and tone of the colors lean more in the spring, a muted spring color set than anything that I would expect for winter or for Christmas. So this one is a 24 sheet, 3 designs, 3 of each design, 8 designs in total, artisan paper. Now that is great for somebody who does scrapbooking or junk journaling. I don't do that. I don't know. I'm not even going to go there. Again, disappointed. So for me, what this is going to be is this worth the $80 I'm spending? Yes, I bought it. Is this worth the $80 I'm spending? So far, no. Okay, more markers. Desert Bloom, Weathered Wood, Sagebrush, Stillwater, and River Stone. All right, so that's definitely a different set. My others are over here that I have received, not including the Tomo. If you take out the Tomo and my blade, all of this is from Archer and Olive. So that's upside down. So definitely different colors, but I really honestly don't reach for them. But let's pull this open. And that has, really? All right. So those are the colors we're looking at. So I can tell you right now, I like the colors. I definitely can see myself using each of these and that one, but we'll see. If I have a moment, if this video is not too long, I will swatch them. So this is the washi tape. And it does run along the lines of the sticker sheets. And I can tell you right now, this is the only one I will use. That's okay for like ripping, but again, it's not impressed. Let go of my fingers. Thank you very much. You don't like me talking about you like that. I understand. I see another pen. So let's see what this is. Ooh, this is not a pen. This is a craft knife. Interesting. And it's not coming out of. That is nice. That is definitely nice. It's very well weighted. I don't mind the design. It's really, really a muted blue with gold accents or brass accents. So that really is nice. You do need to be careful because the cap untwists, which does make it safer so it doesn't pop off, but it is also unscrewing your blade from the pen. But I like that. I have been needing a smaller blade like this You did see that when I opened up the markers, I do use a blade here at my desk. So, yep, this will get used, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in my cup. I like that. I'm happy with that. So far, I've got 1 out. Well, I'll go ahead and give this 2. 2 out of 3. 2 good, 3 bad. And I'm going to go ahead and open this up. This is a dot grid notebook. All right, it does post, but it does not stay put. So it's just going to fall right off. It's the little things. I will say I love the fact that the journals come in books and boxes, because I will put the journal right back in the box when I'm done. And then put a sticker on the box stating what's in it. So how did the blade work? Beautiful. I will say the box is pretty, but this is not white. This is pink. If it was meant to be white, the blue is making it pink, but no, this is definitely pink. Well, that was unexpected. All right, I literally was expecting a blue journal, but this is a green journal. Oh, and it's a nice linen. I know a lot of people complain about, and I say a lot of people, viewers that I have watched have complained about linen covers, how dirty that they can get. But the dirtiest I get before sitting down, there we go, to journal is my nails. And otherwise, I'm washing my hands before I sit down. Other than that, it's ink. If I have spilled my ink on anything, which is normally my hands. But this is beautiful. So I definitely can see using this. And of course, it does come with the signature ribbons and their "and" symbol on the ribbon. Gold on the inside, matching the front. Pocket on the back. So I'm happy. Pen holder. I will say that Archer and Olive's pen holder does seem to last longer than the Tafasi ones. I have pulled, within weeks of getting the Tafasi, I have pulled the pen holder right on out. So happy, I'm delighted that I have this mint green, soft blue green, country green, however you want to call it, beautiful journal. So yes, I will definitely use that. So far we've got 3 and 3. Okay. Soft cover notebooks. Let me get my blade back out. Here we go. I was looking at it the wrong side. Oh, interesting. Now, I love that. That's beautiful. That taupe. And little notebooks. Interesting. Okay, so they're trying to get into the traveler's notebook. Well, that is pretty. B6. That's what I thought. I may actually put my Sterling Ink notebooks in here instead. Because, yeah, I wouldn't. I do like it. I like the cover. So we'll see. And I like the fact that it does have something to store in. So, okay, I'm good on that one. And this looks like B5. Now, I did not order a B5 this year, so from Sterling Ink. And I think it's interesting that they're now doing deciding to put a B5 in. I was not happy with their thought of the clipboard folio, which fell apart before you even got out of the box. And it's things like that that I'm saying, that when you're good at something, continue to be good at something. Make it excellent. Don't waste time elsewhere doing other things that just fall apart, because it's noted that it's just half done. Half, you know what I mean. So another green book. Wow, I made it in the greens this year. Gold on the inside, which I like because I prefer green with gold, not green with rose gold or silver. It's definitely got a larger dot grid. I'm liking it. And it's got that pocket. So overall, if I'm thinking about it, would I be able to get these journals for $80? One, two, three journals, set of pens, and the blade, which are what I like out of this, and what I don't like is here. Did I make out? And I'm going to say yes. I'm not going to be a little, to say any other word, I'm not going to be a little shit about this. But I would rather all of this be a stamp to go with the rest of my Archer and Olive, which they're good about, than stuff that's going to wind up hitting the trash can. Yeah. I like the blade. I appreciate the blade. I'm glad it's not another gold metallic pen. I do like the colors in this. So I think I did do good on this. Right now, no, I'm not thinking of the fact that I'm going to stop the subscription. But I'm definitely going to question, and I may actually send an email in with my thoughts on the fact that they're wasting time here. That's just me. That's I would like every part of what I'm looking at to be worth it. And at this point, the last two kits, I have these products have hit the trash. So I hate to say that. And I have no doubt that there's going to be products that I create for my business that people just want one aspect and the rest of it hits the trash. And I understand. You can't make everybody happy every time. So this has been a very brutal judgment on Sterling Ink and Archer and Olive, but I do feel that I did get my money's worth, and I'm okay with having just this. So, yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to grab my Lumos, and we're going to start editing. Thank you. And definitely be on the lookout. I'm going to be doing more artist with RebzDoodlz videos and shorts. And I am still going to continue doing my normal stuff here. So join me. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notifications if you're interested in when I send out another video or short. Thanks for joining me. Stay warm, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.